There's a story in the Bible about a son and his father. The son lives at home with his family, but one day decides that he wants to live his life in the way that he chooses, and tells his father that he wants to take his inheritance and leave. Essentially, he's saying, "My life would be better if you were dead." And so he does just that. He lives his life exactly how he wanted to, spending all his money on women and wild partying. But one day, he realizes he's lost everything, and can barely squeeze out a living feeding someone else's pigs. Here is where he realizes he's made a horrible mistake. He thinks to himself that even those who work for his father have a hot meal and a roof over their head, so maybe if he goes home and begs to be received back as a servant, he can at least have that. So he goes home, head hung low in shame, ready to beg for a place in the home. But before he gets there, his father sees him coming up the road. What do you think the father's reaction is to his son? After all he's done, you'd probably think that the father would turn him away, or at the very least, punish him, and give him the bare minimum. But that's not what he does. He sees his son coming up the road, and he runs out to meet him, not even waiting for him to get to the house. Before the son can even beg him for forgiveness, the father calls out to his servants to get his son the best clothes they can find, and start getting a feast ready. His son was home, and he was going to celebrate by honoring him with far more than he ever deserved. This story is a lot like the story of our relationship with God. We've all chosen to live a self-centered life without Him, spending our lives on whatever we please. We live our lives in a way that tells Him we would be better off without Him. But because we were made to be a part of His family and enjoy all that He has for us, we're left hungry, knowing that there must be more. But then comes Jesus. He's like the Father in the story, but unlike the Father, He comes running for us before we've even decided to come home. He steps off His throne in heaven to live with us on earth. He dies a criminal's death to kill the sin we've committed and experience the shame that we deserved. And He rises again, leaving our self-centered lives in His grave while calling out to us to invite us home to experience everything that He has for us. So He gives us a choice. Either we stay in the self-centered life where we do as we please, but miss out on what Jesus has to offer, or we can accept this invitation from Jesus to come home, to live a life where you no longer rule your life, but He's king of your life, and offers you a life with Him amongst the people He's gathered for Himself, full of His love and His presence.